What's up, everyone? This is another pick a card reading. It's a pick a card Satanic and Angelic Tarot and Oracle card reading. There I am using, first off, a knockoff Rider-Waite tarot deck. The next one is a Lucifer tarot deck by Ingvar Babushka, so for the satanic part of the reading. For the angelic elements of the reading, I am using the Angel Lyrium Oracles of Emanation by Eli Mignana and Peter Moorbach. So that's for the angelic and divine influences within the reading. To begin, there are 5 choices to pick from, and the first one is the leaf. The second one is the sandalwood smudge. The third one is a juniper sprig. The fourth one is the Chinese fortune coins. And the fifth one are prayer beads. And what you need to do is to find the one that you are most instinctively drawn to and choose that one, and then go down to the timestamp below. This is the reading for those individuals that had chose the leaf. So we'll begin with that reading. Your first card is, let's see, the Page of Cups in reverse. Your second tarot is the Ten of Cups in reverse, and your fourth cup is, or your fourth card is Knight of Swords upwards. With the Page of Cups in reverse, it means that you're getting some kind of bad advice. Someone is telling you something or informing you of some bad information that just doesn't seem to be jiving right. You know, it's not the whole truth and everything. A lot of it has to deal with secrets and what is ulterior motives. So when the Page of Cups is in the upright, it is about good news, good advice, you know, someone informing you about the good things. Well, when it's in the reverse, that means that it's not so good, that there is some devious activity that is going about that is being hidden and underneath the radar from you. So you are not getting the full tale of what is being said at this point with the Page of Cups in reverse. Now in the Ten of Cups in reverse, this oftentimes deals with family and coming together, like anyone in a union or community. So when it's in the reverse, it means that there is a lot of bad things happening, that there's it's an unstable household. There are lies being said, there's deception, there's problems at home that are not of proper that need to be taken care of, but they need to be taken care of in more of a diplomatic and better way. And so far, this home life is quite upsetting in a way. So it's not a good home life. There's a lot of problems there, and it's very dysfunctional. So that's what I get from the Ten of Cups in reverse. Now, in the Knight of Swords in the upright, somehow this has prepared the Querent to be able to manifest or to deal with issues that are on a much grander scale as a result of this. That the Knight of Swords is able to actually go out into the world of their own and really fight for what they want in life and what they desire and dream of. So although whatever the home life is, or community or job situation or anything that deals with some kind of social group, that the Querent at this point is ready to venture out on their own and fight in a war for themselves to make sure that they had suffered enough and to be able to turn into a soldier ready to go out into battle. Now, when we look at the satanic elements that are really influencing this reading, or the demonic elements, what we see is that we received 83 Behemwarn, and it looks as though it's like a mammoth or a large elephant. So I will read that and tell you what the reading for 83 is. Okay, almost there. Here we go. Behemwarn. Okay, that's how you say his name. Behemwarn. Arcana 83. Behemwarn, the 11th prince. Behemwarn rules Aquarius. When on Earth, he likes to dwell in the African jungles and sometimes manifests himself either as a hippo or an elephant. In ancient times, Behemwarn used to take the shape of dinosaurs, which he had spawned. Zodiac sign Aquarius, month February. Subordinated lords Cyteris, Salos, Solos, Stolos, Valfor, Vapor, and Vine. Cast, craftsman, mystic name Baby, hidden name Uva. Digital code 6, sacral number for summoning 95, initiation January 06, magical characteristics attracting the right friends and acquaintances, terminating beneficial friendships. Predictive properties, the Querent's present way of life is about to give way to a new one. She should let this happen. So once again, the magical elements is to leave bad influences within the reading, but the predictive properties are that the Querent's present way of life is about to give way to a new one. She should let this happen. So get ready for a new life in that reading. That's pretty much what the tarot says. Now, who do we have here? We have Matriel, Angel of Rain. So what do we have for that reading? Matriel, Angel of Rain, and this is based off of the Kabbalah and this support for the emanations from Sephora. So Matriel's touch is felt, seen, and heard. Its presence is heavy, filling the air, saturating the ground. Matriel is heralded by the thunder clapping through the sky, signaling change and shift. There is a great migration coming, and it arcs like lightning. The potentiality from one body is moving to another, a precarious transference, a swift communion like the arrow taking its target. Awareness is paramount for the journey. Don't try to create an outcome for your future. Be in the moment. Let the rain fall where it may. The signs of Matriel: a fountain, a cup, an arrow. So once again, the signs for Matriel are a fountain, a cup, an arrow. So like it says, be prepared for a new life, but don't try to control your future, because you're on a journey at this point. And everything that's influencing you right now will send you into something new. So that's what I'm getting in this whole entire reading, is like the advent of something new within your life. So this is the reading for the people that had chose the leaf as their instinctively drawn object. This is the reading for the people that had chose the Sandalwood Smudge. So if you chose the Sandalwood Smudge, this is your reading. To begin the tarot, your first card is Judgment. Your second card is Queen of Pentacles. And your third card is Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so there is a type of renewal or rejuvenation happening in your life. Something new, a revising, a pulling away of what is old, and something that is more different than you imagine. So there is this new element that is within your life that is taking shape. With the Judgment card, like a reawakening. An epiphany, a catharsis. Now we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Now the Queen of Pentacles upright. Now the Queen of Pentacles is a lady that cares for her wealth, but she uses it in a good manner. So this could be, if you are male, this could be a woman that is coming to your life, but if you're a female, this could be you. So whatever money that is involved among the Queen of Pentacles, she is able to use them to her advantage, but not in a most deviant or disrespectful manner. But when we read on, there's a possibility, if this reading is for a male, then the Queen of Pentacles would be the female that would enter into his life. And she might be of worth of some money, but in the end, with the Ace of Pentacles, that money will be gone quickly from your hands. So don't depend on this money. But if it's the Court is a female in this, the money that she has, although it's an inheritance or gift from some divine element or family inheritance or winning the lottery, what have you, this can change your life dramatically and cause, I don't know, possibly other negative elements that could enter into your life based on having this new resource or this new income. So although there is a renewal and a rejuvenation and a reawakening, the Queen of Pentacles, although she's coveting her money and making sure she's using it properly, in the end, that money will eventually lead to possible upset and misfortune because it's not utilized in the proper manner. But let's look at the influencing elements of the oracle card through the demonic and satanic elements. Yours is number 3, Alosius. So we'll look up how Alosius is played into this and get some clarification as to where we begin. Number 3, right? Alosius, Arcana number 3. Alosius, the third Lord of Darkness. Alosius bears the title of Duke, commanding no less than 36 legions of hell spirits. He presents himself as a warrior with a lion's head in a black armor, riding a white horse. A sorcerer can summon him to act as a revenge spirit on his behalf. One needs to be an expert in magic to escape him. Alosius teaches astronomy and exact sciences and can bring to a person's life new, loyal, and valuable friends. Astrology 11 through 15 degrees of Aries, parentheses 01-05.04, parentheses, time of day 40 minutes to 1 o'clock, keyword slavery, place of manifestation, places where blood has been shed, words of power, fleur, hot, moti, magical characteristics, revenge, predictive properties. The cornet is bounded by social constraints and other people's philosophical standpoints. He is incapable of developing his or her own wishes and desires. Once again, predictive properties. The cornet is bound by social constraints and other people's philosophical standpoint. He is incapable of developing his or her own wish and desires. So, although, yeah, a rejuvenation, a taking, there's some element that's at play that's going to lead to bound you, the gifts that you have or the resources that you have. Something is not going to produce the desires and wishes that you want fulfilled, and that could be elements of unrequited love or work-related issues or some other constraints. But whoever this cornet is, albeit male or female, in the end, that wish and desire will not be fulfilled as expected, you know. But what you need to do is we need to look at this, that the angelic card, which you got, Gabriel, Angel of Heralds. So let me look that up and see what kind of other information that could be given. Here we go. The guardian that stands beside the gateway between Angelarium and the rest of existence. Gabriel's lantern points into the seething darkness. Its light breaks open the unknown and banishes doubt. There is certainty in this light. It fills you. This angel issues no command. It doesn't need to. Shine little light, shine. The impetus for action burns in you. In fact, you burn in it, fueling this light. Suddenly you burst forth, blazing the way, piercing the dark, leaving change in your wake. There is light everywhere you tread. You are the light of Gabriel's lantern. The might of this angel does not command you, it aims you. The signs, a lantern, a mirror, a discovery. Once again, the signs of Gabriel are a lantern, a mirror, a discovery. So, you are the light and the way of your own destiny, it appears. would say, you know, be careful what you wish for, kind of, and desire, because in the end, the true you matters the most from the angel card, and you are the light and the way. So do not become disjointed or discombobulated from those around you and surrounding you, because you have more gifts to offer, and don't waste those wishes and desires on something futile. So this is the reading for people that had chose the sandalwood smudge as their instinctive object. This is for the people that had chose the juniper sprig. So if you chose that, then this is your reading. Your first card is the Four of Swords in reverse. Your next card is Queen of Swords in the upright. And your final card is the Sun in reverse. To begin, for the Four of Swords in reverse, that means there's some type of laziness that's going on, some type of apathy towards achieving any possible common sets of goals or ambitions. If it was in the upright, it means that you are just reserving your energy and retiring and taking it easy for a while before you embark on something greater. But in the reverse, it means that you're not utilizing this time to your greatest benefit, and so in turn you are actually wasting a lot of precious goals, desires, ambitions, and you're not making good plans. Basically, you're being lackadaisical and indifferent to your situation. When you get the Queen of Swords in the upright, this is a good reading in that you are a good person and that you can facilitate what you want to achieve, but there either is someone that is blocking that from happening or diverting you from that happening, who has better intentions for you. Or if the Queen of Swords, I don't see her as someone that's entirely empathetic. She's a stern ruler, okay? She's the Queen of Swords, so she's going to be pretty adamant and opinionated, and she's gonna cut your head off if she needs to. So, but she's a stern and just ruler. But going back to this one, there's something that there's laziness involved. And if this is you and you are the Queen of Swords and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna cut you, I'm gonna beat you up, blah blah blah, because I'm the Queen of Swords and I'm hot to trot, and you know, then we have a real problem there, because that is a product of a lot of talk and not a lot of walk. And in turn, that only gets you the Sun in reverse, which is fake glory, fake recognition, respect, happiness, something that isn't authentic, You think you're happy, you think you're joyful, but in return you think you also know everything, but in return you don't know jack shit, and everybody knows this, and you're just walking around with a big head on your shoulders without any real justification for your actions. So what I would advise is there needs to be a change so that this pattern of behavior does not continue, that you need to alter it. But let's look at the demonic and satanic elements that are involved. And what we have is number Arcana 84, Nesharimon. Let's see, number 84. Okay, well, this is the demonic and satanic elements that are involved. And Nesharimon is basically Arcana number 84. Nesharimon, the 12th prince. So Nesharimon rules Pisces and manifests himself as a beautiful young nude lady with divine facial features. He is somewhat similar to Lilith, but he lacks her human substance. Sometimes people mistake Nesharimon for a mermaid when being summoned. He can endow the sorcerer's seal with his magical power. When this happens, the sorcerer will be introduced to the best of carnal pleasures. Zodiac sign Pisces, month March. Subordinate lords Valak, Valpula, Visagio, Vule, Zagan, Zepar. Caste slaves. Mystic name Taziga, hidden name Taziga, digital code 30, sacral number for summoning 36. Initiation June 30th. Magical characteristics: releasing from prison, exile or confinement, elimination of intrigues and barriers. Predictive properties: the querent might have to consider relocation, which could include a long distance trip abroad. So once again, the demonic elements are saying the predictive properties: the querent might have to consider relocation, which could include a long distance or trip abroad. So there could be this issue of somebody, this is how I'm reading it from this card, that they are causing you to be lazy, indifferent. They are inhibiting all the possible contributions that you could give, and in return, this person, whoever the Queen of Swords is fucking up your future of happiness, of desires, of wants. Now, that's from this. Let's read it from the angelic element. Now, this is Hazamed, Angel of Annihilation. So this is the angelic elements that are affecting your reading. Let's see what Hazamed is. Hazamed, Angel of Annihilation. The Unmaker, a terrible sight to behold, the void eating itself and making itself anew. That which should no longer exist is unmade by Hashemed's hands. There is something that needs to be removed. Look upon that which should not be and lose it from existence. Signs: a hood, an eclipse, an empty field. Once again, Hashemed's signs are a hood, an eclipse, an empty field. So there is, from this perspective, that there is this block, okay? Something's blocking you from your dream. So what you need to do is to release yourself from whoever this Queen of Swords is and head towards a dream that is being blocked and destroyed by the Queen of Swords and keeping you in a stagnant state of misery and lethargy and apathy and indifference. So this is the reading for those that had picked the Juniper Sprig. This is the reading for those that had chose the fortune coins as their instinctive element. Alright, your first card is Eight of Wands, 10 of Pentacles in the reverse for your second card, and 8 of Pentacles in the upright. Okay, so there, right here, there's a lot of competition going on. Like, there's a lot of things like arrows, movement, love, all this stuff that is just enamored with you. It's kind of like a competition or aims or going to get it, all these opportunities flying at you, and you're just trying to do your best to get them as much as possible. But in the mix of this is there's a bad element to it. An undersiding with the 10 of Pentacles, although it means family and resources and happiness and stuff and coming together with the people and celebration, there is also something that is not good, but keeping you stable, keeping you worthwhile in your activities. So, you know, you have some discipline there, even though it's not the best of the best. There is some, you're working towards a dream and a goal, and towards that you end up with a 7 of Pentacles, which is the card of hard work, ambition, determination to do well, setting up businesses, creating, you know, entrepreneurship and stuff. So even though the home life is not of the greatest, there is this sense of hard work and determination that keeps you going. And by working hard, you are able to achieve what you desire and achieve those goals and dreams. So what I would say is, yeah, all these opportunities, take them as much as you can, even with the element of there is this disruptive element in the family life, but you know, there is still to some degree some happiness in the family, and that keeps you going. It could be like a separation, you know, like seeing your kids on the weekend, or you know, just whatever families do with their kids when they're divorced or separated, you know, being able to see children or such. The element that is influencing this, the satanic and demonic element, is Botus, and he is number 20. So I'll look him up and tell you exactly what Botus is about. Now, he's Arcana number 20. Botus, the 20th Lord of Darkness. Botus, who commands 60 legions of hell spirits, belongs to the group of the great dukes of the southern parts of the world. He is a superb predictor, but it takes considerable time and effort to summon him. He usually does not answer the sorcerer's initial call. If the summoning process is executed properly, Botus appears following the third try. He resembles a vast and horrendous snake, and it's not uncommon for apprentices to experience fear and horror upon his manifestation. But if the ceremony goes well, Botus transforms almost immediately into a haughty man with sharp fangs. Sorry, I don't know what that is. Looks like a little fly. Sharp fangs and 2 horns on his head. The Duke is armed with the deadly sword Osandi, which he acquired during the creation. Astrology 6 through 10 degrees of Cancer, parentheses 25 through 29.06, time of day 06:20 to 6:40 o'clock. Keyword gap, break, place of manifestation, any bare land, words of power, il or lol, dali, tokoso, magical characteristics, prediction, predictive properties. A string of negative events might emerge in the Querent's life. Divorce, breach of relations, termination of an agreement, or a business endeavor. So let's go back to that, predictive properties of this. A string of negative events might emerge in the Querent's life. Divorce, breach of relations, termination of agreement, or a business endeavor. So this could be any sort of thing that is related to a job. Now, back to the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. This talks about things that might be in the Querent's life, like divorce. It says breach of relationships, termination of an agreement, or any business that is lost, like job or work. This could attribute that, could be affecting that. But let's look at the elements of the angelic elements. Now you got Uriel, angel of flame. So Uriel's, let's see, let me get this, let me find Uriel. Okay, Uriel, angel of flame. Wild and unwieldy, restraint is unthinkable. Uriel cannot be bound. The flames peel back the dark like silken fabric. The heat licks the edge of your awareness, and as you turn to meet it, you are consumed. The rhythms of heat and passion and flesh fill your mind. It comes over you like a wave, pressing your consciousness into your body. You can no longer think, you can only feel. Sensations tremble through your being. Uriel knows nothing but yearning. Look into the balefire of Uriel, and it will expose your heart and leave you writhing in desire. The signs of Uriel: a brazier, a stallion, a tongue. So once again, the signs of Uriel are a brazier, a stallion, and tongue. So whatever you're yearning for, whatever you're desiring for, whatever you want to achieve, and whatever that is blocking you from achieving the hard work that you know you could put in and achieve great things, it says to expose that and within your heart and go after those passions and desires that Uriel is manifesting within you to go after and make your wish come true that you've always wanted. So that is my interpretation for those that had chose the fortune coins as their reading. Sorry it wasn't that long of a reading, but like I said, just what the cards say, whatever's blocking, go after your hard work. Invest yourself in hard work. Go after those talents and desires and passions you've always wanted and work towards that goal. And find that flame that is in you and know that a lot of the elements that are affecting this are, the problems within the household. So, yeah. If you chose the fortune coins, this is your reading. This is a reading for people who had chosen the prayer beads. So if you chose the prayer beads, this is your reading. First card for tarot is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Second card is Five of Wands in reverse. And the third card is Four of Cups in reverse. Okay, this is more of a darker reading in that this is what I see. There is a woman, the Ten of Pentacles in there, and she is contending to her garden of money. And usually pentacles refers to some type of wealth or coins. And so this woman may be well off, but she doesn't appreciate what she has. She is not thankful. She just kind of squanders things and uses them to her advantage. And so her, if it was in the upright, it would be someone that's more giving and more that would contribute to, you know, a greater cause for their resources and wealth. But in this reading, since it's in the reverse, you know, she's almost blind to the fact that she has money and more than most people, or she has a lot of assets, or a lot of things, or a lot of lovers, or a lot of friends, or so she doesn't take that into consideration and gratitude, you know, like how lucky she is. And then there's this Five of Wands, where there's a lot of competition among people around her, and it's negative competition. And there's possibly some type of love involved. So, you know, she might have a lot of lovers, for instance, in this aspect. And all these men are after her heart, and she has everything at her disposal. But all these men are, you know, using deceitful tactics and bad things, you know, and she's utilizing this to her advantage because she thinks it's, like, you know, funny or amusing to her. But then there's, like, this one that really does stand out with the Four of Cups, where in the Four of Cups, there's a true offering in this bunch. That there's someone there that actually would like to give their hand a gift, you know, because you see this cloud giving the chalice to this person, but yet the person is resistant to any possible affections or offerings or gifts from this soul that you know, it's almost just disdained by it. Look at all this stuff that I have already, you know, so, and I can have as much as I want. But the heart is probably the most important aspect when it comes to, you know, discovering love, that there is someone that's going to give you an authentic gift of love, you know. So this is what I'm seeing, but since it's in the reverse, it's even more so. It's like, you know, I don't give a fuck. Stay the fuck away from me. And this person, this soul, is like really inviting, and it's just exacerbated, you know, to the extent that this woman or this male is just a complete child, and, you know, no one that and lives by a spoiled and entitled, you know, identity. This could be the Corinth, you know, just someone that's terribly spoiled, or it could be someone that they understand from where they're coming from, you know, like, gosh, there's this, I don't know, this girl or this guy that I'm really into, but they play these games, and I'm always in competition with this person, and they don't even acknowledge me, so therefore, you know, no matter how much I offer up my heart and soul and the gifts I want to offer, this person is in resistance to that. Let's look at the demonic elements towards this, and you have Ammon, which is number 8, and the reading for that Arcana number 8. Let's see. Arcana number 8. Ammon, the 8th Lord of Darkness. Ammon rules 40 legions of hell spirits and bears the title of Marquis. Normally he looks like a man with a wolf's face and a green snaky tail, but he is able to change his appearance and turn into a man with the head of a raven at the sorcerer's request. Ammon is also known as a clairvoyant. He makes use of his crystal ball to comprehend the events of the past, present, and future, which he can reveal to the summoning magician. Astrology, 6 to 10 degrees of Taurus, parentheses 26-30.04 parentheses, time of day 2:20 to 2:40, keyword knowledge, place of manifestation at a crossroads, words of power, agribio, hahi, batimo, loki, magical characteristics, prediction, predictive properties. The current should focus on gaining knowledge and the application of his/her newly obtained skills. So, once again, the predictive properties, the current should focus on gaining knowledge and the application of his/her newly obtained skills. So this is about just summoning this person. It's talking about clairvoyancy, but he is able to change his appearance and turn his head into a, yeah, it's about clairvoyance, but also gaining more knowledge of the situation. So maybe getting more in depth as to the common denominator, as to what's the main issue at hand that's creating all this resentment, even though there's so much invested in trying to keep whoever it is that the court may be attached to as, why am I investing all this? I need to know more information about, why I'm so infatuated with this particular person and why everything is ending up the way it is in their life. So I would say, gain more knowledge of the thing, and then utilize your skills as to what you think is the best. Strange again, since this is about clairvoyancy and dealing with the powers of one's abilities, psychic abilities. This is Estibus, and he's the angel of divination. So basically this particular reading is telling you to become a clairvoyant of some sort, I think, because Estibus, the angel of divination, you've called its name, and so it has come, but you do not command what is foretold. Estibus can only be an uncertain ally in these mercurial times. Estibus reveals the ever-shifting rhythm of the skies and beckons us to observe the alignment of signs. Something is seen in the clouds and the leaves and the shadows, something as glorious as fate. You observe something that could not, must not be real. Curiosity is your call to action. You are compelled to go. Sacred signs of Estibus, sacred geometry, a cup of tea, a falling star. Once again, the signs for Estibus are a sacred geometry, a cup of tea, and a falling star. So any curiosity that you need to seek deeper into this, you possibly need to seek a clairvoyant. There could be something greater at hand in this whole issue. So there is a possibility that the court may be bewitched or enchanted by a spell, but in my opinion, it's going to be a matter of some kind of spiritual warfare, it seems like, to battle this challenge. And if not, you might be a clairvoyant yourself, and you might look into this type of form of reading and avoid the diverting paths that you cannot put your finger on amongst all this chaos. Look for a clairvoyant. They could probably give you some good information. So this is the reading for people that chose the prayer beads.